and again, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We won this game. We forced a Game 5, and we're all happy about it. But I do have this bone to pick because I think, for me, this is the flu game. This is the flu game. This is Curt Schilling's bloody sock. This is every important postseason playoff performance that you can think of. This is now in that category for me. And even
there's two reasons why I disagree.
Okay.
Number one, all of those names of guys that you have mentioned had done this before.
What, Jordan and Curt Schilling?
Jordan, Curt Schilling had been clutch studs many other times in their lives. Those were just the crown jewels of their very illustrious clutch careers.
So tell me this then. If you are somebody who hasn't ever been clutch before, you've in fact been trashed. You've been trashed for not being a postseason star. And
this is MJ against the Cavs in 91. When he hit the shot over Craig Elo. That's this game for Strauss. It's the starting point of what could be an illustrious.
I'm just telling you, what if the flu game was Jordan's first moment? It wouldn't take anything away from it.
That's not what made it great. What made it great he was already in his anyway. This is just a basic disagreement for you and I. Yes, and you're not going to get me to agree. I think it's the first great performance in what I hope is a career of them.
Okay, you know what? So I'm right. I think I'm right. OT thinks he's right. You guys can decide. I think both of us have very fair points. And I'm not going to try to reach some middle ground because you know what? That's not good radio. I think everybody should have a strong opinion about this. What we can agree on is that
Jason Worth having a bases loaded at bat in the 2-hole. Oh my God!
Well, you cut me off there. I was going to say that this was a great performance by Strasburg, which we can agree on. But yes, dude, I wasn't ready to go to the negatives yet. Yes. There are plenty of things that you can nitpick about this game, but just looking at the positives, Strasburg, that is exactly what you're looking for out of your ace. Flu, no flu, whatever. When you put your ace on the mound in a playoff game, that is the performance that you expect.
You nail, hammer meets nail.
Yep.
Spot on.
Yep.
That is not only that. Expectations, like, maybe going too far. It's like what you hope to get out of your ace. That is what you hope for. When you paid him all of that money, it was games like today that you paid him for. Exactly.
And he goes out there and he gives you 12 Ks. He pitches out of some tough spots. I mean, he gets a clutch bunt down. He does everything that you need him to do. And regardless of the rest of the off the field drama, everybody in DC should be applauding him for that. Okay, moving on. The offense. We scored 5 runs. 4 of that came on one swing. 1 of those came on an error. Still not good, but better.
You're leading the ship, so you tell me where you want to go. I have several thoughts.
Okay, let's start with the good. I thought we had better at bats. I thought guys were seeing pitches better. Any thoughts on that? Anybody that surprised you that you thought was just going to continue being bad that ended up being good? Any thoughts there?
No, I thought that I think the best hitters in the playoffs for this team continue to be the same guys they've been since game 1. Ryan Zimmerman, Rendon, Taylor, are your best bats right now. I don't think you can sleep on Murphy and Harper because I think Harper's less of I think he's more of a big bat than he is the contact guy that the other people are, but Rendon, Zimmerman, Taylor have had your best at bats the entire series.
Yep, and I will say, I don't think it's a coincidence that Trey Turner gets on base for the first time and scores a run. So that's just the kind of player that he is. When he gets on base, given that he bats leadoff, the guys behind him, combined with the chaos that he can create on the base paths, he's going to score a lot if he gets on base. So,
especially when the other players put the bat on the baseball and put it in the field of play.
Yes. OT, what did you and I preach consistently throughout the game, regardless of situation?
Put it in play.
Yep.
Make them play defense.
Especially on a wet day with a wet track and windy conditions. You got to just put it in play.
And think about the pressure those fielders are under when Trey Turner is on the base path. How much faster they have to make a decision. How much faster they need to decide what they're going to do. Let them make a mistake. It's not that hard to do. It's a very difficult game. It's very easy to mess up when the guy running the bases is the fastest guy in baseball.
Yep. Completely accurate. Okay. Negatives. Let's take away the grand slam and the error, and we're probably still playing baseball right now in a 0-0 tie. So let's look at some situations where the Nats could have scored, where they didn't. It seemed like pretty much in all of those, our guy Jason Worth was at the plate.
Well, I just think it has to be pointed out that it is so utterly fitting that he got moved to the 2-hole, and in his second at bat, gets into a bases loaded situation and strikes out looking.
Not swinging. Looking.
On a pitch that's up the gut. It's just Dusty Baker. It's just an inexcusable decision by Dusty Baker to do that. Words cannot define the stupidity behind having that guy at bat too.
Now, having said that, Dusty did replace Worth in left.
Which was shocking.
He put in Brian Goodwin as a defensive replacement, and then later on, he used Howie Kendrick and left him in the game to finish the game in left, which is something we haven't seen this entire series.
It's just, at this point, after what Taylor did, what Rendon did, what Murphy did today, if those guys with Zimmerman are not in some order batting 1, 2, 3, someone needs to just tackle fucking Dusty.
Well, you're going to leave Turner in the 1-hole. I need you to realize that that's just the way it's going to be.
What? But that's just because he thinks somebody fast should be in the 1.
No, Turner is a good leadoff hitter. And he hasn't been this series. But he did. If he had been 0-for and looked awful again today, I would agree with you that you need a new leadoff hitter. But if Taylor does play like if Turner does play like Turner is capable of, he is one of the best leadoff hitters in the league. I will stand by that. And he looked like maybe he found that guy. Talk about giving yourself the best chance to win. It's with Trey Turner hitting well in the leadoff spot. That's just one of those things where you have to stick with him. That's not a change you can make in a decisive game. That's just one of those things where you have to say, this is how I got here. This is how I'm going to win this game. But
we differ on that mentality of this is what got us here.
I
don't abide by that.
I think you disagree with my terminology, but if you look at the stats, you look at the results, you have Turner in the leadoff hole, and then you apply your line of thinking to the 2 through 6 spot.
Yeah, I would have Rendon. I told you this before. I'd have Rendon in the 2. You can't move Bryce from 3. I'd have Zimmerman 4, Murph 5, Taylor 6, or something like maybe Taylor 2.
Yeah.
But you got to get Rendon up in the. There were so many situations where we're sitting there like, oh my God, if Rendon or Taylor or Zimmerman or Murphy was at bat, I would feel so much better right now rather than Turner or Worth or Harper. I love Harper, but
he's getting his timing back. Yeah.
There are certain times where he's not the optimum guy to have up there.
Correct.
You need a home run to tie the game? Yeah. You need a contact double? there are 2 or 3 guys in the lineup that are better at it.
Yeah. But bottom line, there will be a game at Nats Park tomorrow at 8:00.
And who's pitching?
TBD is the answer to that. Most likely, you will see some combination of Gio and Roark. You will see Scherzer at some point, not starting the game, but out of the pen. And you just hope that those guys can get you through 6 so that you can get to Kinsler, Madsen, and Doolittle.
And just oh my God, I'm so on the bandwagon. I'm loving it. I'm rooting for the Nats. But can he just sit Worth and use his bench and possibly use Worth in a pitch hit situation for Wieters tomorrow?
That's what Worth is good for at this point. Is if you need a tough at bat out of a pinch hitter, you use him.
He would be
frankly,
so perfect if you brought him off the bench to pitch hit for Wieters or a pitcher late in a game when he could take a bunch of pitches like he does. That's what you would want out of him. That's what he is right now. That's his best role.
Yep. And I think you need to start Adam Lind tomorrow. I don't know how you don't.
Over Wieters?
No, Lind is he's a first baseman / outfielder, so you put him in left field for Worth.
That's fine. Anybody but Worth.
Yeah.
That's fine. Hashtag anyone but Worth.
Yep. Yeah, go get that hashtag going. I'm sure there's thousands of other posts up there supporting you.
8 billion of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, all in all, it was a great, Michael A. Taylor. You know what? The only bummer for me is I really wanted to kind of see the 1-0, bottom 8, 6 outs left. I think the bullpen would have gotten it done. We didn't get to see it, but maybe we'll see it in Game 5 when it really, really matters.
I mean, hey, honestly, I know you wanted that pressure on them and see them still pull it out, but I think they were keeping that pressure on themselves, that they would have felt it, that it was a failure if they gave up 1 run. We still shut them out 5-0.
They did a great. It was a great game. I thought Madsen did an awesome job bouncing back from early in the 8th inning, but I'm excited. Tomorrow night, no delay. Let's get it on.
Yep.
Let's dance.
Let's dance. Let's do it.
All right, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming in.
Bye.
All right, so that was OT. Now we are going to go quickly to Drew and get Drew's take on this, which we all know Drew is pretty entertaining. So, looking forward to this. It's Drew.
In the middle of playing Shadows of War. What's up?
Oh, great game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. What's up?
So much fun. What's up? You know what's up. You're on DC Sports Daily.
Well, in and out.
What?
I can't hear you.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I couldn't hear you before I had you on speakerphone.
Oh, well, I can hear you now.
All right, what do you want from me?
What? Just give me, OT talked for too long. Just give me a quick, just give me a quick 2-minute, what your thoughts on the game were and your thoughts going into Game 5.
It's perfect. I'm going to piggyback what I said on the previous podcast. Big brother, little brother. We finally showed up. We didn't let Anthony Rizzo or Chris Bryant get their bats hot. And Chris Bryant went over 4 on 4 strikeouts. Anthony Rizzo didn't do anything. Starting pitching was incredible. I was a little worried there by Madsen. He was able to close it out, but there's nothing special. Just a nice, boring, well-pitched, tight playoff baseball game that the Washington Nationals weren't the little brother in. They killed it. They came up. They were the big brother. They pushed them around. They looked fantastic. Carl Edwards Jr. sucks dick.
He's so skinny, too.
He's so bad. He almost looked as bad as Madsen, but Madsen actually made up for it.
Yep. All right, thoughts going into Game 5. Are you going to Game 5?
I will not be at Game 5, but I do have tickets for whatever happens next. I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to jinx it.
Good call.
What are my thoughts going into Game 5? My thoughts going into Game 5 are we're in Washington,